seen it before, but you've not seen this one. It is enhanced with better features than ever before. It is a customer pick. It is a product that we solely believe in here at HSN for a variety of reasons that we'll get into. But it is a 2-pack that we're offering today. It's a customer pick. You're more than welcome to read the reviews. It's called the Carkane Elite, and it is a flashlight. It's a window breaker, but it also is going to assist you with getting in and out of your cars. Your choices are pink, red. We have it in gray, black, purple. We also have the setup 2 in leopard. We have it in a blue. We also have it in zebra. For the presentation, we have the expert here live. This is Lou Caputo, and he's joining us. Lou, come on, yeah.
You want me to come over to you?
Well, whatever, I was gonna go over.
Okay,
whatever you want me to do.
Okay, come over. We're gonna go over here to the car.
I like that your shirt
You
kind of
like
matches.
that?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I called ahead.
So Lou happens to be our guest expert.
Right.
And let's go over, and I'm gonna grab one, Lou.
Sure.
Why don't you get started?
All right, this is the Carkane I'm holding here in my hands, and this is the handle that every car in America should come with. Now, it's gonna fit into 99% of the cars that are out there. As Marlo was just explaining to you, this is the beak right here. This is the part that actually fits into the door jamb of the car. Okay, so that's actually gonna fit right in there. You've got flashlights on the front of this right here. We actually have a new design on this one since this is the Elite.
Yeah.
Those are the SMD LEDs, surface mount device LEDs that are mounted to this. It's all rubberized, has a non-slip handle. You've got a seatbelt cutter right there, and then the beak right here can also be used to break the window, okay?
Yeah,
in the case of an accident. But here's how it works on a daily basis, because you know, for a lot of people out there, getting in and out of the car is the most difficult thing they're ever gonna do.
Sure.
Okay, watch this. The Carkane fits right in here in the door jamb. You just stick it right in there, just like that. Notice how it locks into place, and then I can use that as a handle to help lower myself into the car or help push myself out of the car. And it's much safer than grabbing the door or trying to grab the top of the roof or anything like that. Look at the way it just fits in there. It's so easy to use. Really, I honestly do believe every car in America should have one of these in it.
It's interesting because most of us probably never paid attention to that opening there. Your car has it.
Absolutely.
Every car has it.
Yep.
And if you've ever had trouble getting out of a car, maybe the car is really low to the ground, or maybe it's an SUV and it's hard for you to climb out of those taller, higher seats, this is going to give you an opportunity, and you get the set of 2. As we've mentioned to you, it's the Carkane Elite, and so the newer feature is that brighter light to it. But this is a very versatile tool, so much so that as we've shown you, over 100,000 have been sold at HSN. This is 114 to be exact.
Right.
It's a customer pick time and time again. When you buy it, you'll get why so many customers love it. Today, we're offering it with free shipping. It's $12.48, and it's a 2-pack.
Yeah,
you just have to decide what color. We have every color in the rainbow, even animal print and zebra.
Whatever you want.
So you pick the color, but again, so key to not only helping you get in and out of the car, but there are other things that you can do.
Yeah, if you get into a car accident, as we mentioned a moment ago, you do have that beak on the end here so you can break the window, you know, if God forbid you're trapped in the car. You've got the seatbelt cutter on the back here. This is fully encased, so you cannot cut your hand. Believe me, if there's a way to cut your hands on this, I would have done it by now, okay? But it cuts right through a seatbelt, and then you got that flashlight built on the end as well. But for a lot of folks out there who have back pain, they might have knee pain, hip pain, they need the Carkane. It's the only way they're gonna be able to get in and out of that car comfortably. Expectant mothers. I was so surprised when we first launched this, how many women that are expecting children were like, oh my gosh, I gotta get one of these, you know what I mean? And now that we have them in a 2-pack, it's wonderful because you've got one for either side. And by the way, these are gonna work on cars, SUVs, pickup trucks. They're gonna work in the front doors, the back doors. They're gonna work on the driver's side, the passenger side. It doesn't matter. And they're nice and compact and light. I mean, despite the fact that, by the way, these will hold 350 pounds. Okay, so a lot of weight, but they're very, very light, so you can take them with you if you want to.
There's nothing else on the market quite like it. I'm loving that we've doubled the value, so you can keep one, give one away, or you can have one on either side of the door if you want to. It is key. I believe we all know someone who could use a product like this. I myself, years and years ago, I had to have some surgery, and I had to get a neighbor to help me get out of the car.
Yeah, well, I see,
you know
what? You'd be surprised how many people there are out there that are in that situation. They've either had a broken leg or they've had surgery or something like that.
It's life, right?
Yes, well, and then there's the older folks who, you know, they maybe aren't going out as much as they used to because getting in and out of the car is so difficult for them. So they're actually staying home. I remember when my grandmother was still alive that was happening with her. We noticed that she wasn't wasn't coming to dinner as often and doing all the things with the family that she used to do. You know, and I wish we'd had this back then. But I'll tell you what, now I have an aunt, and I talk about her on the air a lot, who lives in an assisted living facility. I carry one in my truck just for her, so she can get in and out of my truck, because I have a taller vehicle. And by the way, you brought up a good point before. It's not just for people with aches and pains. You know, big guys like me that want to get into tiny little cars, you know, smaller people that want to get up into high vehicles, it comes in handy for them.